Hi, I'm Kiara Palma, and for this Evo Lounge, I'm here with a really good friend of mine, Bertha Minondo, and she will be telling me her experiences as a female welding student here at BCIT. Thanks, Bertha, for coming in here with me at the Evo Lounge.
No problem.
So, what did you expect BCIT to be like before you started school here?
I expected it to be way more stressful, and I was really nervous to start here because I thought it would be like a lot of people and like I wouldn't know anyone and scared to meet new people. But it's actually been pretty chill and pretty calm.
Were you scared about the workload? Or not really?
Not really, because I was already working before, so this was kind of like a break for me.
Okay.
It's only a few hours. Yeah.
So how was your first day of school?
I was actually late by like 15 minutes because I took the wrong bus. And when I got into the class, everyone stared at me, and I sat in the back. But that was the only like bad thing about it. But yeah, it was pretty chill.
So tell me about your campus life here in BCIT, like your experiences. Were you able to go around BCIT easily? Did you get a tour?
Before I started my course, I did not get a tour of BCIT, so I was really lost trying to find my building. But when I started my course, my instructor gave us a small tour, but I haven't really gone to the other buildings, only the BCIT gym and my building. That's about it.
And your building is mainly located where?
All the way on
The NE buildings?
yeah, the NE. Like all the way at the end?
The very end, right?
Yeah, all the way in the corner.
So what is the social scene like for you in BCIT so far?
It's been pretty easy making friends. My class doesn't really consist of that many people. It's only 8 other people. And they're all mostly older. I'm the youngest in my class, and then the second oldest is 21, and then there's another girl in my class who's 26, and then everyone else is in their 30s or 40s, and I think one guy's 50. But since I used to work in industrial painting, and I've been around like a lot of older people, and I've talked to a lot of older people, I get better, I get along better, so it was pretty easy for me to make friends.
Good. So tell me about your program specifically.
My program is 7 months long. We don't have that many tests, like very few. It's mostly all practical on hands. Well, they teach us how to prepare metal, how to cut metal with oxy-fuel cutting, different types of welding, like small, TIG, wire, I don't know, oxy-fuel. There's a lot of types. And yeah, so when we head to class, it's maybe like 30 minutes, an hour of in class, like our instructor goes over our books, and then we're on the floor for like 6 hours. Yeah, and there's like booths, small booths, and we're all in one booth, and we just weld by ourselves, and then we just show our instructor, he marks us, blah, blah.
And why did you choose welding?
Why did I choose welding? That's a good question. Before I started school, after I graduated high school, I went into industrial painting. My dad is in architecture, and both my brothers are in trades. So I've always been interested in trades. And what really helped me in industrial painting was that I was able to see how other trades work, and I was able to like choose what kind of trade I wanted to get into, because a lot of the trades that I was looking at while I was working there, like I didn't like electrician and stuff like that. Plus, electrician, and I was also looking at millwright, is a 4-year program, and I was like, I really don't want to take 4 years off, so I decided to go with welding, which is only 7 months. And I was like, if I didn't like it, I would just get out because it's a small course and it's not that expensive, but I actually really love it, so I'm happy I chose it.
And you said there were only 8 people.
Yeah, only 8.
And you're the only...
I'm the only girl, except the other girl that's in my class.
Yeah.
So there's only like 2 girls in the whole afternoon.
So what is it like being like the only
being the
two
only
girls?
girl?
Yeah.
For me, it's fine. There's not like a big difference. The difference comes into play when you're working out in the field, like when I used to do industrial painting. It can be really challenging, but yeah, I'll see how welding goes on the field being a woman.
Yeah.
But right now, it's not a big deal.
Okay. So, do you like your program so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
What's your
It's
favorite
really fun.
part about?
I love that it's mostly like practical on hands, because I hate taking tests and I hate like doing homework and stuff like that. So it's great. And yeah, I love my instructors. My instructors are really good.
That's good.
And they give me really good tips on what to do on the field and stuff like that. So I'm happy with that too.
What's your favorite part about the program, or like an activity you've done before?
I think my favorite right now, we're on wire, but I really liked stick, which is like wire. You guys don't really know.
It's okay. You can.
Yeah, but wire is like really easy. Like the wire just goes through and you never have to stop and you just weld. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But stick, like you have to control your angles. Like it's like really hard. And you have to switch it out. You have to control how like you have to keep going closer because it burns off. It's like a little rod, burns in. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I feel like you need more talent to do a stick, and it's more like you have to think more. So that's why I like it more.
Would you say it's also the hardest part of the program so far, or?
That and I think TIG was pretty hard. TIG is like welding that you do on like metal, type of metal that's on like airplanes and stuff like that. So really thin metal, and you have to be really precise. So that's really hard. But for me, it was kind of like it's not too difficult since I used to do painting, so I'm like good with my hands. But yeah, for most people, it's really hard. Like you have to have a lot of training to be qualified.
So what's the typical day for a welding student?
Typical day, get to class, I change into my gear, I head to class, we wait for our instructor to come in, he goes over whatever book we're on theory, and then he'll explain some of the joints we're gonna do or the welding types.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he goes over the joints and stuff like that, and then after 30 minutes or an hour, we go onto the floor, and we're all just kind of like are on our own, whatever we're on, like we're all on different levels, so like it's how fast you can progress and how fast he marks you. So it just depends on your level of skill. And yeah. And we just do welds for the whole day. We get like 30-minute, 45 minutes lunch in between.
What is your dream job? Like, where would you want to work?
My dream job at the end of this, really hard because there's so many different types of welding jobs. My dream job would probably be working. I really want to do underwater welding. Yeah, but it's a really hard niche because like nobody does it, and like in Canada, I think there's only like 2 companies who do underwater welding. In America, there's more. But yeah, it's a really hard like thing to get into, and it's one of like the most dangerous jobs in the world. But you get a lot of money.
Is there something you'd like to say to the women out there who are afraid or not as confident to pursue a path in the trades field?
Be confident.
Yeah.
I know it's scary. Like I was really scared to head into this because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the only girl. I have to deal with all these guys. Like I was really scared to start. But I'm actually right now top of my class. Like I'm the furthest ahead in welding. Nice. And worry about yourself. Worry about how you're doing. And yeah, don't be afraid. Like in the end, you get more money and stuff. So I would recommend it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bertha, for coming in. That is all we have for this Evo Lounge. I'm Kiara Palma, and stay tuned for the next one. Here on Evolution 1079.